Hello YouTube, today I'm trying to profile my Harpie ladies. Yeah, I don't have Draco Sack, but we can all afford it. And I've been working on this deck for a little bit, and it's what I can. And sorry that I keep getting notifications. People just won't leave me alone. My phone's the only thing I have. But we'll start off with 3 Harpie Channelers. I got 3 Ultimates because it's one of the little things I spend on. 3 Harpie Dancers, which take forever to get. Most people won't trade them, most people won't have them, and they keep going up in price. So if you want to play Harpies, I would suggest trying to get Dancers as fast as you can. 3 Harpie Queens, I'm trying to get Ultras. I might get them soon. 3 Harpie Lady 1s. Some people go with Cybers. I tend to like Lady 1 better. I know Cybers in case you top deck it, and it has higher attack immediately. But this with Hunting Ground is already at 1800. I know Cyber becomes a 2000 beater, yeah, 2000 beater, but I'd rather have the overall boost. I play 2 dragons. I know a lot of people tell me to play only 1 dragon, but if you draw 1 dragon, most of your synchro plays are gone. Like not synchro. Most of your rank 7 exceed plays are gone. Play Sephiroth. I'm about to get Lavalval Chain. That should help me dump it when I draw it. I also have discard outlets for it, and it works very well for the deck. I could get back Signs, Hysteric Parties, Fiendish Chains, and it also lets me go into the rank 4 exceed. What's his name? Ice Beast Zero Fine, if I need it. It would be nice if it was Wind 2, because then I could go into Chidori, but alright. It's alright. Dragoonity Darkspear, I do run a synchro build. Mainly just Black Rose and Ancient Fairy. It lets me do a lot. It lets me recycle channelers when I can. Like when I want to, just get a channel off my grave by tributing itself. And it's also a level 3 tuner. So it has that synergy. And then Gen X Ally Birdman is my favorite tuner, and it has a lot of utility with the deck. It works well with Mist Valley. Using it with Mist Valley sets it off. Same thing with Dancer. For spells, 1 Elegant Egotist, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. I only put 2 up with the 3rd in the side deck. That's preference, but I feel the Hunting Ground is more important to have at 3, and Hunting Ground is an MST. Like, Hunting Ground's a continuous MST if you could keep it on the field. As long as you summon a Harpie, you keep popping stuff. So it helps. 3 Hysteric Signs, I don't know if I want to keep it at 3. During testing, I seem to be drawing multiples. Sometimes I'll draw 2, and it can be good and it can be bad if I don't have discard outlets, or if I can't pop it with Hunting Ground. It just becomes sort of dead, and it's like, oh. But when you draw multiples sometimes, and you just go Elegant Egotist, and then you use the other one, Elegant Egotist again, and you just keep spamming the field with Harpie Lady 1s, and then like another Harpie, and that 900 point boost is just crazy. Then 1 copy of Mist Valley, got limited to 1. I feel it's too good of a card not to run. It lets you spam the field too often, as long as you have a Dancer, or as long as you have Birdman. It also works with Zephyros, bounce back a card with Zephyros, and the effect will go off. For traps, I run 1 Bottomless. I feel one of the more important staples. Same thing with Torrential. Solemn, I have a thing where I have to put Solemn in every deck. I just feel it's too good of a card, and it doesn't really hurt the deck too much. I know 2,000 life points can come in like clutch in some matches, but it works well. 2 Fiendish Chains. I keep the 3rd in the side deck because it just feels way too cloggy. I'm already trap heavy as it is. 2 Mirror Forces. 2 Icarus Attacks. Oh, I love that card. Makes people so salty. It's like, oh, Bottomless, your channeler. I'm like, nope. Icarus attack, pop 2 back row, and then my challenger goes to grave. Hysteric Party, which is why I'm important. I want to keep cards in grave. Hysteric Party, a lot of people like it at 3. I don't know why. It becomes pretty cloggy. If you draw into multiple, you can't do anything at all with them. But it's really... Once it goes off with a lot of Harpies, you pretty much either OTK or you just synchro spam and win. If you get a sign off, there's a good chance you're going to win. That's what makes the deck a little bit broken. Phoenix Windblast, I find it better over Compulse. I do keep the Compulse in my side, but I feel Phoenix Windblast is a little bit better because it sends it to the top of the deck for when you need it, because Compulse really isn't going to do much to Fire Fist. It's not going to do much to Geargia or any of those decks, really. Like, I guess you could bounce back and Exceed or Synchro, but that's about it. And, well, this can too, and it's a discard outlet for Hysteric Sign. Then 1 Divine Wrath instead of a 3rd Fiendish, and then I keep the 3rd Fiendish. If it comes in clutch, some games I do side it in, and like I'll side something I don't need out, because like some matches I don't need MST, or some matches I think 3 Queens a bit too much, or Hunting Ground, stuff like that. I'll swap things in and out, and Divine Wrath is really good. It has saved me a lot of games. I do like it at 1. It's a counter trap, so they can't chain. It's like, oh, Fiendish, I chain MST. This, they can't chain to it unless they chain like Dark Bribe or 7 Tools. Yeah, 7 Tools. And it came in clutch in this one Fire Fist game. It helped me a lot. Well, moving on to, I guess, the side deck right now. 1 copy of System Down, I just got it. It really doesn't do that much against Geargia, because I'm like, if they're going to OTK you, they're going to OTK you. But let's say you somehow survive that turn, that card, it'll help you. It'll help you out. It'll get rid of all of them. It's mainly for the Cyber matchup. Just, if you banish everything and they don't have a Cyber connection, it's like, okay. They can't really do much back at you. And if I remember, it's only when destroyed by card effect, not when it's banished for the rank 5 Exceed Cyber Nova Dragon, so that gets rid of all that without any of the fusions for free shenanigans. 1 red Jakey Break is another discard outlet, and it gets rid of cards that I need. If I find somebody, like, it came in clutch against Gravekeepers, it helped me out. Even though he did win both matchups, he did drag me out very long in the OTS Championship. First game, he Royal Tributed me, and I had to pretty much top deck from there, and even then, I think I went to, like, round 20. And then the second game, he Royal Tributed me again, like, later on, and it kept going and going and going, and eventually, I got down to 4 cards in my deck before I lost. I was trying to get a monster, and I couldn't draw the last Channeler in time. But other than that, it helped a lot. It got rid of that last Necro Valley when I ran out of MSTs and we all went through all our field spells. Rivalry of the Warlords at 2. It's for my Madolche matchup. Sometimes I don't need to go into most Exceeds. I'd rather just keep the Harpies out. Like, let's say I have Icarus attacks, or if I have a Zephyros out, it really hurts my Dolces really bad. It's like, how are you going to go into Tiramisu unless you have 2 Messengelatos? And even then, they have to summon both. And only Palooza could probably do that. And even then, they can't get most of their other stuff once she's out. And then once you get rid of that, like, it's easy. Because normally they'll put her, and then they'll put a Mech Equip Engineer in case you come a comeback or something like that. And the Mech Equip will just put it in defense mode and it'll survive everything. You can Black Rose, you can do whatever you want. And it's not going to do anything. This, at least, will keep her without protection, because I really do not like Tiramisu. Especially with Angeli is going to be a thing soon. Well, there's my 3rd Fiendish Chain. There's my 3rd MST. I put in Dark Hole on my side. I know a lot of people say you either main it or you don't, but it's a really good card, and I don't really need it in the deck, but I like to keep it in the side as an option. Defissure, any removal really hurts my deck. I learned that out. Macrocosmos hurts the deck more than Defissure. At least with Defissure, when I detach a monster from material, it goes to the graveyard, so I can still set off a sign or Hysteric Party. Macrocosmos just sends everything, just banishes everything, really hurts. Uh, Imperial Iron Wall for the Bujin matchup, and also when I get sided in with lots of removal stuff like Macrocosmos and Defissure. And because I also hate deep prisons and stuff like that. It also works against, every once in a while you see the odd chaos build. Like there's Chaos Heretics at my locals. And there's also Chaos Dragons still. And then people will banish stuff, so that stays. Also Light Imprisoning Mirror. It helps with a lot of decks. Again, mainly Bujins. Fossil Dyna. It's a double-edged sword, I know, but if it goes off, it goes off, and if you use it at the right time, it can help. Just like how I was using Big Burn. Big Burn could help. It could also screw me over badly, but if you use it at the right time, it's the difference between the game. Compulse, like I said, I don't really see a reason to main it. I have it in the side because there are very few times where I'll need it. Once I get a few more side cards I like if I get Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, it's going to come out. And the last is, if I can't pop Skill Drain with Sign or MST, I have Crazy Box. A lot of people in my locals run Skill Drain. Like there's TG Skill Drain, there's even Laval Anti-Meta with Skill Drain, Soul Drain, Mind Drain, all that crap. That you'll go down to like minus 4,000 life points and flip a mistake. I'm like, okay. For my extra deck, it's pretty normal here. Black Ship, Cowboy, Dire. Dire normally is a suicidal card. In Harpies, they're Winged Beast, so it's not that much of a minus, and I could possibly use its effect multiple times in a turn. Well, not in a turn, but multiple times before it dies, and then still it's a 2,000 beater. Dweller for Mermails and for the mirror match. It helps out in the mirror match a lot. I barely got it, so I'm very happy to. I'm gonna be able to test that. 101. My deck wouldn't be as good without 101. 101 has saved me countless times. Harpie's Phantasmal Dragon is a fantastic card. They can attack you, and you can attack them for 2,000 direct per turn for 3 turns, and they can't target him or any Harpie cards you control. Mirror Force will still go through, Dark Hole, stuff like that, but everything else will go through. Ice Beast Zero Fine, fantastic card. Just negates everything in the field. Good against Noble Knights. Pretty much good against a lot of decks. Just negate their Firefish, just negate all their spells and traps. And it stays negated during their turn too. So it helps out a lot. 2 Lightning Chidoris. This is without an explanation. Every Harpie deck should run at least 2. It's a really good card. If it was generic, this card would be very, very broken. But good thing Harpies could use it. Maestroke, it's not that great anymore, but I do like sitting on it sometimes. I don't have Draco Sack, so this is one of my best turn 1 moves sometimes. Other than, like a Harpie Lady and an Icarus attack, I think that's one of my favorite turn 1 moves. Queen Dragon the Djinn, I just got it. That's so I could keep recycling my dragons. And I could keep making rank 7 plays. Because once the dragons are gone, I kept drawing them game 1, and I would discard one to get the other one for Channeler, or I would do stuff like that. But it will come back with them. And she's pretty good. They can't be destroyed by battle, except for her. And if I have a Maestroke out, Maestroke protects her. For rank 7s, I have number 74 and a Big Eye. The new Ultra reprint. I do need a Draco Sack. There's a lot of times I really do need it. I'll try getting it soon. I'll see if I can get it in this regionals, I think, this week, if I can go. And then Ancient Fairy Dragon works good against a lot of decks. Like, it throws a curveball against decks like, well, the main ones that still use field spells are like the Mirror Match. I pop their field spell, and then I get mine. And also, well, for Harpies, the field spell works for either player, and you could pop each other's stuff. That's one of the bad things about the field spell in the Mirror Match, which is one of the cards I side out. But it works good against Gravekeepers, and without Necro Valley, Gravekeeper decks just fall apart, and it's just top decking and back row. And Black Rose bolts Black Rose. And well, yeah, that's my Harpie, Harpie profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it's a bit weird and a bit different, but it's pretty standard in most cases, and I still need a lot of testing in this deck. Oh, bye guys, and enjoy my $7,000 YCS champion mat.